So her faith is mega because it comes from God, because it knows how to cry for mercy. It cries for mercy. Number three, because that faith is centered on the Lord Jesus Christ. Number four, now that faith is mega because it is a faith that continues to ask, or meaning persistent. That is a faith that is persistent, or it continues to ask to its object. The object is the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay? And look at verse number 23 to 27. But he did not answer her a word. So she was calling on the Lord Jesus Christ. "Oh Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is vexed by a demon." And verse number 23 said this, Jesus Christ did not give her a word. And his disciples came and begged him, saying, "Send her away, for she is crying out after us." So maybe the disciples were, they were irritated with the voice of this lady, of this Canaanite woman crying, okay, following them and crying, "Have mercy on me, Son of David, Lord." And the disciples maybe were asking the Lord Jesus Christ, well, heal her so that she will not intervene with us anymore. Okay? Remember, we are here to have our rest and recreation. And yet this woman is keep coming and crying before you. Heal her. Okay? Maybe Peter said, or maybe one of the disciples said this. Okay? Heal her so that she will not intervene with us anymore. So we can go to our Aranar. Now Jesus answered them, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." So this woman was so desperate. And so Jesus, it says there, but she came and knelt before him. So she was following the Lord Jesus Christ and the disciples. And so when the disciples said, well, heal her. And so Jesus said, I actually do not come to minister to these people. I only come for the lost people of Israel. Okay? For now, of course, for now. Okay? In his ministry. And this woman was really persistent. She continually asked the Lord Jesus Christ. In fact, she knelt before her. It says here, but she came and knelt before him saying, "Lord, help me." So she keeps on crying. She keeps on calling the Lord Jesus Christ, Lord. And kneeling actually is a sign of what? Worship. Okay? Kneeling is a sign of worship. She asked before the Lord. She cried before the Lord. She asked the Lord to help her. And in that asking is also synonymous with what? Worship. Isn't that the great truth that we can have here? When you ask before God, when you pray before the Lord, that is also an act of worship. You are kneeling in a sense before a God who is able to do abundantly above you can ever think of or imagine, according to the Apostle Paul. The God who is able to heal, to provide for what you are asking. And with that, she was worshiping the Lord Jesus Christ. And he answered, "It is not right to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." And she said here, "Yes, Lord." Again, she called the Lord Jesus Christ Lord. "Yet even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." And here we can see that even though the Lord Jesus Christ for the first time neglect her call, and even Jesus Christ has given her a truth about, you're not the center of my ministry as of the moment. Okay? And Jesus Christ said, well, it is not good, if you take your bread of your child and then give it to the dog. And here we can see how persistent this woman in her asking to the Lord Jesus Christ. She continues to beg, to ask for mercy to the Lord Jesus Christ, even to worship the Lord in this time of helplessness. I think the best worship that we can ever have is the time when we are begging, we are asking something before the Lord. And I believe this woman, although this story does not talk about whether she was saved or not, but I believe her faith was a saving faith. She put her faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, and because of that, I believe she was saved, because God the Father has drawn him to the Lord, her to the Lord Jesus Christ. So her faith was a mega faith. It was a big, huge faith, awesome faith, gigantic faith, humongous faith, other adjective that you can think, because it is a faith that continues to ask. Okay? And that teaches us a lesson. Are you asking God for something? How many times you ask the Lord? Maybe some of us only ask the Lord once or twice, and then we did not persist, and then we are not asking God anymore. Maybe the lesson that we can get from here, and if that is the case, no? If you stop asking the Lord, then you have no great faith. Your faith is small. Well, actually, faith here is subjective. It is not the faith like the disciples. The disciples already knew the Lord Jesus Christ, but their faith lacks of demonstration to the Lord Jesus Christ. In fact, the Lord Jesus Christ told them, "You of little faith." Now remember that Peter, in our previous story last week, he was sinking because he has this little faith. Okay, but this woman, she has actually not met the Lord Jesus Christ, but Jesus Christ commended her faith and said, "You have this great faith. Your faith is persistent. You keep on asking me." Well, maybe that's also the time, you know? Maybe that's also the truth that we have. Maybe God sometimes, sometimes God also has a sense of humor, because instead of, answering us from the time we call, sometimes God will let our phone ring, or let his phone in heaven rings for 20 times. You see, sometimes when you have your phone, right? Okay, and people are calling, and then sometimes you want to have it 5 rings before you answer. Some of us maybe 1 ring and then you answer them. Okay, especially when you are waiting for a call from your novia or novio, or your fiance, or your mother or father. Okay, and God is, he is always waiting for our call. And sometimes also God is teaching us to be patient in our call. God is teaching us to be persistent in our call, so that he can teach us something. Maybe when we call, God said, well, wait for a while. But of course, when we are calling to heaven, when we call the hotline of heaven, for example, Jeremiah 33, there is no such as busy line, or no machine that will answer us. You called today for 3 times already, please call again next week. No, there's no such answering machine in heaven. Okay, so God answers our call according to his timing. He can answer us ora mismo. He can answer us anytime. He can say wait. He can say no. But it depends on God's will. And this is the faith of this Canaanite woman. She has this mega, humongous, gigantic, huge faith, because her faith knows how to be persistent. Her faith knows how to continue on calling to the Lord Jesus Christ, worshiping the Lord Jesus Christ. So when you call to God, make it also as your time of worshiping the Lord, knowing that He is all-powerful. He has power and is able to heal us and to answer us when we call. But Jesus, of course, was, asking her to be persistent. And she said this, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." Meaning, even dogs are also worthy of even the food that comes from the table, that fall from their master's table. And maybe this is the faith of the woman. This is what she asked. A little mercy. A little grace from the Master. And she was asking that from the Lord.
If this sermon blessed you today, feel free to share this link to your loved ones and friends, to your chat groups, so that we can share the Lord Jesus Christ to other people. So if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, you can also subscribe, help us with the ministry. You can also be a blessing, because it's our desire na magkaroon ng maraming subscribers so we can also be a help sa mga pastors and churches who are suffering as they do the ministry. So help us by subscribing on our YouTube channel.